Hello, it's Trenta Unicorn again. Of course, this is my YouTube version. I'm going to be definitely doing a After Dark version for my OnlyFans. That's just part of Pillow Talk. So I'm excited to be back. I'm excited to be in something a little cuter. I have an update about Amelia, the first girl crush. I basically talked about the first and only Pillow Talk of the series. I remember I just did like this. My first Pillow Talk was all about how I felt like I blew it with this girl because I had her in this house. My boyfriend was there. I was taking naked pictures of her for Playboy, right? Like we were flirting. I guess I just always kind of lived with this regret of like, I couldn't do a threesome. I chickened out. So if you get to watch the video, clearly this is a whole long story in itself. So, yeah, after the video, I did one more Google search because I've Googled her before, never found her ever. And then I finally typed her in because I know her last name. So I typed her full name in one more time into Facebook actually. And I saw a girl that looked familiar. And I was like, oh my, keep in mind, this has been a long time. This has been, oh my God, this is 20 years ago. I was 17. 17, 18. Yeah. So I just looked at more pictures and like, something was really familiar about her mouth and her smile. And I was like, oh my God, could I have actually fucking found her? And so I reached out, I sent a message saying, hey, I'm, it's my real name. Did you happen to work at Bentley, the backpack store, like in Oshawa a long time ago? I think I used to work with you. And I just kind of waited anxiously for a response. And she responded within a day. And she was so sweet. And it was her. I actually talked to Amelia again. And it was a blast from the past. It was so random, but so awesome. And I think I really learned some things I want to share because I got her to watch the video that I made and I asked her if it matched her memories of the night. And I think what's really interesting is that she gave me her perspective of the night, and now it changes my perspective of the night. So she had a boyfriend at the time, and I remember I dropped her off at his house after. And I just assumed, I guess, she was down. I think she was standing in front of me naked. I was giggling with her. I was taking her photos. There was no like adults around. Like we were allowed to like get in trouble. You like do naughty things. And I think I just thought it was a done deal and that I was the one who couldn't do it. But what's really interesting is that after I talked to Amelia, she actually said that, because remember I smoked weed, and I think that's why I couldn't do it, as I smoked weed and I got wigged out and I like couldn't do it. And she said to me that she was kind of at that age a bit over sexualized as a kid and saw sex to be more dirty. And so she said that it's possible that she could have had like bugged out because of the first girl experience too. And so she said it's interesting that what if like I actually hit on her and then it didn't go well. She's like, I don't know. Like back then, so it's interesting because all this time, I think I chickened out. I wish I could have started this lifestyle a long time ago. And the whole time, it was really, it could have been a terrible memory. I could have made a move on my first girl crush, got terribly rejected, and then that would have been the memory, right? So, and that's not necessarily saying that was what was gonna happen. I think the vibe was there. Like I think the vibe was there. I definitely liked her. Yeah. So what's really interesting is I basically outed myself to this girl that I had a crush on her. And like, I didn't really realize that until after the fact that I was like, wow, I just kind of came out to somebody that I was like, yeah, I used to like you a long time ago. And it's funny. She said something that's so funny. She said that her boyfriend at the time looked at me a bit with jealous, like with jealous concern, the way he would look at guys. And she told him that he was crazy. And then then she's like, whoops. So I was like, yeah, your boyfriend was right to be jealous, because I was like hunting, like I was like interested in you. So it's just funny to think that even at the time her boyfriend saw the attraction that I had for her, and was worried about it, rightfully so. Anyways, so it was a wonderful, wonderful update, and I'm smiling because it's nice to connect with another person and like see where they got in life. And like, she's so different. She's so in a vanilla life, and like married, children, like homeschooled them. I'm very happy in this lifestyle, and like I'm just so different. I'm a swinger. I don't want children. Like I party in the middle of the week. Like I at clubs, XX clubs. Like it's just very different, but it's so cool that we found each other in life again to just say hey, and like that our friendship mattered to each other, you know, back then. Because like people do, you know, leave marks on people's lives, and I'm really glad that I did the whole pillow talk, because that's actually the whole reason I reached out to her again and then was able to reconnect. So I thought about including photos of her, but I didn't want to invade her privacy. So considering she is in such a vanilla lifestyle, so I'm not going to put photos up, especially even if they were blurred. But yeah, she was cute, and I took some photos on my phone. Okay. Of course I did. Of course I did. So anyway, so that's the update about Amelia. DTF. Let's talk about DTF. When the club is at full capacity, DTF was so insanely busy with like single men that there'd be crowds of men holding their dicks and masturbating to all the various scenes going on, and you would just move to whatever crowd you wanted to join to like watch another scene. I love watching gangbangs and stuff. Like I'm a huge voyeur. So I would be up there as one of the only females standing and watching. But usually there's gangbangs, there's women who are multiple men, lots of male, female, male threesomes. That's the night. If you're a lady or you're a man and you want those experiences, come on like a DTF night, which is basically a gangbang night. Yeah, it is, you know. It's also fun to watch. So